Kash Patel kicked off Stephen Colbert's show after fiery confrontation. Viewers left in total shock watched. What started as a typical late-night interview turned into a full-blown political eruption that no one saw coming. In an episode that is now being called one of the most controversial moments in late-night history, former Trump official and conservative firebrand Kash Patel was abruptly kicked off The Late Show with Stephen Colbert after a tense and explosive on-air confrontation that left the audience gasping and producers scrambling to cut the feed. Kash Patel, the outspoken legal strategist and former chief of staff to the acting Secretary of Defense under President Donald Trump, had been invited onto the show to promote his new book and discuss recent developments in national security. What the network expected was a mild, perhaps even humorous back and forth with Colbert, known for his liberal wit and piercing monologues. What they got instead was a verbal clash of titans that erupted into live television chaos. From the moment Patel walked onto the set, it was clear he wasn't there to play along. Colbert opened with a smirk, tossing out a snide comment about Trump's favorite conspiracy whisperer, expecting a chuckle from the crowd. But Kash wasn't laughing. Without skipping a beat, he leaned into his mic and fired back, "At least I don't read my talking points off a cue card written by a DNC intern." The audience gasped. Colbert raised his eyebrows, and the tone of the interview immediately shifted from late-night comedy to political battleground. As the conversation unfolded, it became clear that this wouldn't be a typical segment. Patel refused to dodge questions and instead called out the media's hypocrisy, questioned the credibility of Colbert's past statements and accused the late-night host of using his platform to push misinformation under the guise of comedy. When Colbert pressed Patel on his defense of Trump's classified document saga, Patel shot back with allegations of selective outrage and media double standards, pointing out that Colbert had never expressed the same concern over Hillary Clinton's private server or the Hunter Biden laptop scandal. The audience, a liberal-leaning group more used to cheering Colbert's political jabs, sat in stunned silence. Some applauded, others booed. But all eyes were glued to the stage as the tension reached a boiling point. Colbert attempted to steer the conversation back to lighthearted banter, sarcastically asking Patel if he thought he was being persecuted by the deep state. Kash, visibly frustrated, leaned forward and declared, "You can joke all you want, Stephen, but your show has become a megaphone for half-truths wrapped in punchlines. That's not comedy, that's propaganda." It was at that moment, according to insiders, that the control room made the call to cut to commercial early. When the show returned, Kash Patel was gone. No explanation was given to the audience. The set was quiet, and Colbert returned to his monologue with an awkward joke that clearly didn't land. The crowd clapped out of habit, but the energy was gone. The rest of the episode went on, but the tension lingered, and it was obvious that something unprecedented had just taken place. But the real fireworks started online. Clips of the confrontation began circulating within hours. Audience members who had attended the taping shared leaked footage and first-hand accounts of what they had seen. Hashtags like hashtag Kash vs Colbert ***, hashtag late night meltdown ***, and hashtag Colbert exposed *** started trending on X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Millions tuned in to watch the uncut moments of the clash, and the internet exploded with reactions from all sides of the political spectrum. Conservative pundits praised Kash Patel for standing his ground in a hostile environment and refusing to be mocked or silenced. Some even dubbed him a patriot who spoke truth to smug power. Liberal commentators, on the other hand, accused Patel of hijacking the segment and using the show as a platform to deliver a pre-rehearsed political attack. As usual, the nation split down the middle, but this time, it wasn't just about politics. It was about control, censorship, and the future of honest dialogue on mainstream platforms. Patel himself released a video statement the following morning, confirming that he had indeed been asked to leave the set by producers. In the video, he said, "They brought me on to talk about national security, but they couldn't handle it when I actually told the truth. That tells you everything you need to know about corporate media." He also thanked viewers for their support and hinted that he would be sitting down with other platforms, possibly including the Joe Rogan Experience or Newsmax, to give the full uncensored account of what happened. Stephen Colbert and CBS have remained tight-lipped. The official YouTube channel of The Late Show did not upload the segment with Patel. Instead, they published a heavily edited comedy sketch with no mention of the incident. The silence from the network only added to the mystery, fueling even more speculation about what was said and why it was cut. Behind the scenes, staffers at CBS are reportedly divided. Some insiders feel the interview never should have been booked, knowing Patel's reputation for blunt commentary. Others believe Colbert was caught off guard and underestimated Patel's ability to flip the script. Whatever the case, the fallout has been massive, and the show may never be the same again. This clash between two very different worldviews, one of Hollywood liberalism and another of conservative grit, captured the essence of America's current divide. It wasn't just a debate. It was a televised microcosm of a much larger cultural war. And in that war, The Late Show became ground zero. Whether you love him or loathe him, Kash Patel made his mark in spectacular fashion. By refusing to play by the script, he exposed just how fragile the illusion of open conversation can be when a guest refuses to play along. This wasn't just a fiery moment on a talk show, it was a warning shot, a disruption of the norm, and a signal that the battle over truth and narrative has officially reached late-night TV. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Watched. For more explosive political showdowns, behind-the-scenes exclusives, and viral moments that the mainstream media doesn't want you to see. Stay tuned, this story is far from over.